Tell me about your friendship and your working relationship with a guy whose band you very nearly ended up playing for. And that is, of course, Phil Lynott and Thin Lizzy.
Sort of interesting. First time I met him was, funnily enough, in the Lafayette Club in Wolverhampton. When Thin Lizzy were playing, as I said, it was a top circuit gig. It was probably the best next to the Marquee, really, in London. And I was just having a drink at the bar, and Phil came and stood next to me, and we started chatting and got on quite well. And then, out of the blue, I got a call to go and audition for Lizzy. And it was like the next day I managed to get hold of Live and Dangerous, stayed up all night learning the tracks, and they didn't want to do a single blubbing one of them at the rehearsal. So
Can you remember what you did do at the rehearsal?
we were cocked up, really. I had no idea what was going on. But no, I played okay, but they gave Snowy White the job, and which was not a good move for anybody, really. But then when I re-met Phil, I got a call again out the blue. Can you come and play on Phil's record 19? So I raced down to London like you do, and he said, I really wanted you in the band then, and now let's see what comes. So did that. Then we flew up to Newcastle with Brian Downey, Lizzy's drummer, to do a program called Razzmatazz, I think. And
Another
and
great
again,
ITV show.
yeah, it was an okay show. That had some real good names on it, and brilliant camera work at times. But then, of course, the tragedy happened, and then it got played on the Tube as a tribute to Phil, and it was like, oh dear. I was so shocked. I knew he wasn't well. We were in rehearsals, and he invited me to Los Angeles with him, and I had a contract gig in Tony Pandy in the mining valleys in Wales.
Yeah.
And I said, Phil, I can't not honour this contract. And as it happens, it was a fantastic gig. And the woman who was promoting said, they've come down from the hills and the valleys and they love you. So it was worth it. But Phil was hanging out with Joan Collins' sister, what's her name? Jackie Collins and all that. So I was a bit sort of pissed off. But anyway.
He wanted to put Thin Lizzy back together again, didn't he?
Yeah, well, on the way back from the shows, that's when he invited me and Brian to reform Lizzy with him. And it was like, yep, here we go. So Phil and I were recording. He had a little studio in his garden. And we used to write sitting cross-legged in his bedroom with acoustic guitars. And so we were co-writing together, and he loved it. And the demos were fantastic. And of course, when we lost him, somebody stole them all, and then now I've tracked them down to some woman, let's say, in Sweden, and she will not give them back. She will not relinquish them. I don't know why, because I wrote to her very kindly saying, look, this is Phil's last ever work. The world needs to hear it. Nope, you're not having it. Nothing I can do.
Is this actually primed for some form of release somewhere?
I have a funny feeling it will be. But well, yeah, I hope not, because I wanted to fix them a bit, Because what actually happened was, when we'd finished the sessions, it was Christmas, and Phil's driver said, right, I'll take you to the station. And Phil said, oh, I'll come along so we can have another listen to the tracks on the way, which he did. And then when I got out the car, I said, can I have the tape for over Christmas then? And he said, oh, I want to keep it. I've got a couple of ideas I want to add in. And that's the only cassette that existed, so that went as well as all the 8-track tapes. Damn shame and a real tragedy, because it was good. It was Phil.